How's it going? Beautiful night. Just been doing my foundations. Dad's been giving me a hand. Got all the holes dug, and we've had them all inspected. They all passed. So that's cool. The inspector's a really nice guy. Glenn helped me put all the profiles up, and we've done these piles here. See the big round ones are the anchor piles. They're in 600 deep, and the other wee ones are the square ones. They're 125 by 125, and they're just minimum of 300, just dug down to dense sand, concreted in. Each hole has to be 450 wide. These are just the rules around it, the engineering. And we had this bit of the bank dug out. See, digging this out saves us having to go so high with the house, because if you go, the higher you go, the more engineering rules come into it. So keep it as low as possible. And yeah, that's a big anchor pole, and that's all sandstone there, which is like as hard as concrete. You got to chip it out with a chipper. It took me ages, mate. The 600 deep ones were real hard. Here's Nemo. Hey Nemo. Hey. Here's Halo. Hey Halo. Bit of builder's mix. Got Glenn's concrete mixer. Mate, what a good concrete mixer. That's all my decking there for the deck. Those there are the round senton piles. Those are the normal 125. Oh, they're actually called building poles. Those are 120. Those are the senton piles. And those are all my joists and piles. Joists and bearers, sorry. Yeah, so it's looking good. It's coming together. You sort of can, as it's coming along, you can sort of see how big it is, and you can see where the rooms are, and yeah, it's cool. Good fun. Loving it. Hey, this is where we're at. Just been cutting off the top of the poles there. Ran string lines and used the laser dumpy. It's marked all the poles. Just been going through and cutting them off with a skilly. And yeah, I've just been marking them. I've just been using this bit here that I just nailed together, and just been putting them on the side there and marking them off and scribing a line. And the side of those piles there, you just trim them off at a 30-degree angle, and your bearers fit on there sweet as, hopefully. And they're all nailed on with your gang nails and your stainless steel plates, and they've got dog ties and all that. Just marking it all up to get the bearers on. Yeah, exciting. That's sort of what you want there. Just cut them off. So there's a fresh one. There's your round anchor pole. I've just brushed some creosote or Metalex on it. That's an anchor pole there. And that's your square one there. Done. See, this is what you want here. See, there's your normal pole, 6kN one. You can see they've got the stainless steel brackets on the side there. 6kN one has one on that side. And since it's on the outer bracing line, it's got one on that side, one on that side. And then every single joist has a coupling on there. Then you have a ribbon board on the outside, and that gives your joists the lateral support, sideways motions. See, we've nogged that one there because that's next to the bearer line. There's a joint in the bearer. You got to sort of put a nail plate on the top as well. Wire dogs. Putting a line of nogs in there as well. That's to join the, you have a treated plywood floor under all your wet areas. So it's the kitchen and the bathroom over there. The ensuite's down there. I haven't finished those nogs yet. They've got to run along to that next joist. can see. And of course the sheets of plywood are a different size than the sheets of particle board. Yeah, which makes it hard because you got to nog them all in. This is an anchor pile. See, the anchor pile is different again. See, that's on the outer bracing line, you see, so it's a wee bit different, but it has the big plates. It has those all stainless steel bracket around that side. It has them on the inside as well. Bloody solid, eh? This is how you have to build it, though. It's all in the rules. See, they're all 6k in. You see the difference? It's your anchor pole, your 12k in. This is going to be like our bedroom down here. It's, I think it's meter 60. It's a meter 60 high. So I've got to put a couple of braces on these piles here. It goes from the bottom of the anchor up to the 6k in one on both sides. Then you've got to brace the top of the normal pile with the 12k in brace kit. You got to put that on there as well because it's a braced pile. There's all our frames and everything, it's all arrived. 2 loads of it. So they're all covered up and that, so they're pretty watertight. There's a lot of our other timber, and this is just the first shipment from A1. And it should get us up to the next inspection point, which will be inspecting all the frames, floor. Yeah. Just doing the insulation here. So this is the X-pole flooring. It just comes in these big bags here, and they're all just rigid sheets of polystyrene, 60mm thick, and yeah, they're easy to put in. Jaden's been helping me, and Lee. So you just put your tags on. They just nail onto the insides of the posts. Then you slide the stuff in there. You can cut it to size, and yeah, it's pretty easy to work with. I just use a bread knife. Serrated, it cuts it easy. See these tags just going in there, one on either side to hold them. They just slide in there like that, and that floor there is all glued and nailed down. Makes it easy putting it on before the floor. If you have to slide underneath and put it in, it'd be a real prick. But we've glued and nailed that whole side there. I've done all that. This is the wet area, so that's all got insulation already under it. And that's 3.2 tannalised, that plywood for under your bathrooms and that. If you ever get any leaks or anything, it just protects it. Stops from rotting. That stuff there is not tannalised, but it can handle a bit of water on it, but not a hell of a lot. Yeah, but it's all looking pretty sweet. Putting the frames on this week, I'd say. Now the floor's all on. You can see the particle board there. Looks really good. Happy with it. Good weather. Yeah, been waiting for this. There's Quake. Hey Quake. Checking out the tractor. Just started laying out a few of the frames. At the moment I'm going around and just trimming this edge back. They like that to be 10mm back from the top plate, well, from the bottom plate, sorry. I think it's just if water gets down past your building paper, because the building paper is waterproof, but if water gets down past that, it just stops the moisture getting on the particle board, because the particle board is not treated at all, so you don't want any water on it. Yeah, so I'm just going around doing that. I'm just on my last edge now. Just been using a battery powered skilly, mate. They're brilliant. Hey, no power leads, heaps of grunt. Started laying out the framings up there. They're all packed, so that all your number 1 frame and all that's right at the bottom. Yeah, typical. so you got to unpack them all. I just use the tractor with the trailer. I've got the compressor on there and all my tools, and I just tow that round. It's heaps easier than lugging all your tools around. But this is all looking really good. Really happy with it. There's Halo. Hey Halo, come on. She's been keeping me company. She's good. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. You can see underneath. So there's all your insulation and everything. Looks really tidy. It's starting to dry out under here. It's quite nice. I've got to lie under here on my back, and I'm just going to push up all that insulation, make sure it's all up hard. And yeah, this grass will eventually die. Quake's right down in there, look. They love it under here, the cats. Yeah, but it's coming along. This week I'm going to get all this framing on there, stand it all up, and temporarily brace it all. And my trusses should arrive this week, and the roof should be arriving this week. So it's all go. Got a few people there. Right now we're just standing up these frames. I just unpacked a whole lot and just laid them down on the floor. And Dad gave me a hand. We just stood them up, and at the moment I've just got some temporary braces, but they're all nailed in the corners and that. Yeah, but sweet. Check it out. It's the house. I'm standing in number 2 bedroom. There's the view out the window. There's the 3rd bedroom there. Dining room. There's 1 bathroom there. There's Nimble the cat. Hey Nimble! That's going to be the kitchen in there. Back door. Ensuite over there, and laundry. It's our bedroom down that way. We've got a few more frames. And the front walls here, just left them down so we can put all the inner walls, carry them all through. Otherwise you have to sort of carry them all through a doorway, and then it's just a bit of hassle. So we'll carry them all in and then put the front wall up. How are you? Eh? Yeah. Yeah, nice day, beautiful weather. We got all the interior walls in today. These are all every wall is in the house pretty much. And I've just been plumbing. Glenn's been helping me today. He's done quite a bit of building. It's good to have a bit of experience. And he's just been showing me how you plumb up the walls, and getting this whole bottom plate all dead straight along here, because this is going to be the finished product. How good it's going to be. If you straighter you get the house, the easier it is too, jibbing and all that, because everything fits and lines up nicely on the walls. Yeah, so this bottom plate's all nailed off now. Every 600 hand nail it, or power nail it, and yeah, so that's all down and all square. And now we do the top plates, and just put a whole lot of permanent bracing in. Oh, sorry, not permanent bracing. And hold it all straight. And we have to put all the straps on here. Got to put all them on, and then we can get the trusses unloaded onto the roof. And it'll be able to handle it. It's all looking pretty straight. The gang nail's not bad. There's a few discrepancies, but you know, you got to expect that. Very cool. just plumbing it up. Tomorrow we'll finish that. Got to use a big straight edge and put the level on it and get all the walls perfectly straight and hold them, and then do the final nail off. Still got to cut these doorways out down the bottom there, but they just, all the lintels are in. That just holds it nice and strong. See, here we are at the top plate. So I've just put this top plate packer on. It's 140 by 35. That just goes on the top plate there. It's so you can nail on the inside. Your jib nails up to it. See those straps there go, they're your stud straps. They hook onto your stud there and go, those studs are anchored down to the bottom as well. And that strap there folds up and over the top and gang nails on. And then that bottom gang nail there, that goes underneath and that joins on to your top plate underneath there. So it's a strong way to brace a wall. That packer's gone right way round. See these inside ones too, they have the gang nails right down there. They join all the tops of the walls together. Bloody strong. All the straps all over all those. Just about done. See, this is the other end. See, that's your top straps up there onto your studs. Then down the bottom here, see above your lintels, below your lintels, that's a window opening there. So you've got the gang nails up there. Then your studs down here, you have them nailed on there. Then down the corners, get them nailed on down there on each stud. So each one, there's one on the top, and every opening has two down the bottom. And that's an anchor pole, so you've got that big strap on there as well. That's the other door opening there. There's another anchor pole there. So you have all your straps on there, all the way around. So each of those is 6 nails on the top, 3 to the bottom plate, then 6 down into the joist. So they're not going anywhere. Then on the inside of each doorway, it has them on the outside, and then it has 2 on the inside as well. Only in the bottom of the doorways and the windows. There's those little plates on there. So we've got the trusses here. They're pretty huge. These ones go above the lounge in our bedroom. They're the bigger ones. There must be a good 1500 at the end there. So that's a 12-degree slope, that one, so it's quite steep. And they come all the way across to this wall over here. There's 3 different lots. This lot up here, they're cantilevered. This is the big wall here, it's lying down at the moment. But that wall goes in between the 2 different trusses. It's like a girder bridge. It's pretty strong. That goes right across the centre. And then all these trusses here. See, these ones are the cantilevered ones. They've got these big bits on here. That's a bit of laminated timber there, and they overhang right out over the veranda here. So they've been engineered just to hold their own weight. And yeah, pretty clever. And see these ones here, these are double level. They have it's got a 10-degree pitch that goes up to there, and then there's got an 8-degree pitch that goes out to the front. See, they go all along this side of the house here, and at the moment I'm just putting on the battens. I've been sliding the battens, that's where your jib attaches to. I've been sliding them underneath the trusses. Before we fix the trusses on, we slide those battens right across, and then that top plate there, that 130 by 35, 140 by 35, that I've just been nogging that because it's easier. You cut them out and you nog them, then you hammer it nailing down rather than up. It just makes it easier. You slide the battens right across, and you can stagger the joins on your battens. So at the moment I'm at the kitchen now, putting the battens across there, and before you fasten the trusses down properly, you can sort of lever them up and slide the battens underneath. Yeah, Glenn actually told me about that. He said it's an easier way, quicker way of doing it. You slide all your battens under there. This is the second bedroom. And, I've finished all these ones. They slide right across, so they go right through the bathroom, right across to the kitchen. Mint. Looks pretty good. It's a sea of timber. Exciting stage actually. Just about, you know, not far from putting the roof on. That's what I'm doing now. These here are the truss to top plate connectors. These are the 9 key-in ones. They just go on the end of the trusses here. So I've put them in both sides, and they go all the way around. All the way around there. Right around the other side. They go all the way around there. See them on the end there. And this one here, this is the big internal wall. This is all braced up, and yeah, that is the 16 key-in ones. 4 big bolts, both sides, nailed all the way through. And they have these wee ones, these double bolt ones, they go right up the front there as well, all the way around. Haven't done them yet. Just about to get up there. And down the bottom of the trusses down there, they have a wee truss bracket there that holds the bottom of the trusses down onto that internal wall there. Yeah, and then on the top here they're skew nailed in, and I've got a couple of big the dog ties. They nail in there and they hold the top of those trusses on. Yeah, and you have a couple of those brackets too. They go on the internal load bearing wall, which is just in here, just down in there. There's a couple that go on in there as well. Yeah, but it's pretty much just those big bolts, man. Tech screws, 75 mil. Go right down through the top plate, right down into the top of the studs. It's awesome. See, there's the finished brace. It doesn't look like much. It doesn't look like it'll brace much, but that's what the plan said to do. It's the specs. So I suppose being a nice solid bit of timber like that takes all the flex out of the building, if there is any. So they got big stainless bolts. Yeah, that's the brace. Another thing done. Been doing the roofing. Got long run metalcraft roofing. It's all painted, but you got mesh. Put all the mesh up and black paper on, self-supporting black paper on top of that. The mesh is quite old school. I was actually quite surprised they still use it, but they do, yeah. And see, each roof's got a big metal brace through the middle. A couple of tensioners there. They go right down. You just keep that roof nice and square. Take any racking out of it. Just starting to do this side here. Just got to start putting the mesh on. And then black paper. All the roofing on down there. Doesn't look like much, eh? But as are all the flashings. But no, it covers it. It's good to get a roof over it, eh? It keeps the sun off your head, that's for sure. So that's the main, that's the biggest roof there, the iron on. Just finished screwing it off. Haven't put any flashings on yet, or any guttering or anything like that, but that's alright. It's watertight. and sort of flash the edges, guttering on the other end. The river looks beautiful today, look at that. Mum and Dad's place down there. This roof here, I've just got to put the mesh on here. This is the one I'm doing now. There's the metal brace there, look. Goes through that roof. There's another one down on that roof down there. Yeah, once the mesh and irons on here, there'll be no more rain on the floor. That'll be cool. There's Kari's place up there. Johnny's there. See, these are your metal braces here. They go from, they don't actually go over the whole top of the roof plane. They just go from the top plate in the top cord of the trusses. They nail on down there, go right across the top of the purlins. It's all nice and tight, nice and steady. And the purlins are quite strong, so it's a good place to brace them against. That one there goes down across there. A couple of tensioners. Cool. Yep, sweet, all sorted. Got all the wee roof, just finished screwing that down now. Put my barges on the other end. Just got to flash it yet. All the flashing here. You've got to measure, and they make the barges to suit. So once you put the iron on and that, then you have to measure. You measure across here from your barge board. Measure across here to your second gully, and they make the barge flashing up for you, because I suppose every building's a bit different. And I'm down in here. This is like a raking apron. So you've got to have a raking apron flashing that runs down here and all the way along here. They make them all up to suit as well, and yeah, you put them on before you start wrapping the building. Yeah, and after that you shouldn't have to come up here again really. Probably just to put the cladding on, and that's it. This side I've just started wrapping it. It's quite cool. I didn't realise they had all the writing on the paper, but oh well, advertising for them, eh? Yeah, you just bring that down right down to the bottom of your bearers, pretty much, and your weatherboards come down probably another 50 from the bottom of that paper. It's not really paper, it's real weird stuff. It's got like fibres in it. You put those plastic straps on that it stops your insulation from bulging out, because you don't want anything bulging out into the cavity. I've got all cavity battens to put on it yet, which, yeah, it's a pretty big job, but they only have to be tacked on. I'm just going down this side at the moment. Just cut another bit up and stick it up there. Yeah, awesome, eh? It's becoming enclosed. So these are all your flashings here. So it's your top flashing on the top. There's your apron flashings, run right down there. Your flashing runs right along there. And under there you've got the apron flashings. So they come right along. And all under there, you're going to put all your vent strip and your cavity battens all go on under there, and all the way down here as well. Make all those little flashings up for the corners there. All those feet under there all done. And your flashings all down your side. Yeah, just the speltings to go on up there now. Even the end flashings are all done. This is how you finish off the walls. I'm just ready for the pre-cladding inspection, which he's coming in a couple of days, the inspector. And you see here it's got the strips on it. These here are your cavity battens. So your weatherboards go in here into this corner mould here, and they sit on top of these cavity battens. These straps here stop stop the paper and that coming into your cavity. And these cavity battens, see I've put that ranch slider in. It's not actually supposed to be in there, but it's so bloody heavy. While I had the help, I thought I'd put it in there. See, that fits in there nice. This is here is your cant strip. That holds your weatherboard out at an angle. There's Halo, look. Nice windows, these all just arrived the other day. Hey Halo. Yeah, see these are your corner moulds. All aluminium. And there's the internal corner moulds. So your weatherboard comes in there to that corner, and they just stop any water getting into the corners. Same with those ones, they actually sit on a PVC strip as well, see? And yeah, that's how they do it. So all the windows are all flashed. There's all our windows sitting in there. See these windows, they're all flashed. They have a they've got your aluminium support bar on there. That's what your window sits on pretty much. And these packers. And then you put your flashing tape on there, and I've just primed the end of those, just extra protection, because if any water gets in there past your window, it'll sit on the top and eventually rot those battens. So I just brushed a bit of primer on there, and yeah, that's how they do it. Once the window goes in, you put your flashing over the top of the window there. And then there's a couple more little battens to go on the top. Hey, yeah, just doing the cladding at the moment. It's cranking along pretty good. This is just the front of the house here. I've been going around the house wherever the sun isn't. I sort of like go around and do a bit there. See, these are the back soakers. They just slip in between the boards. That's how you do your joins. They slip in there, and then you just glue them up with this rubber cement. It's pretty good stuff. And yeah, it's a big job. Been slowly getting around though, and just taking my time. It's sort of first time I've done it, so there's a lot of things to learn. But yeah, up the top here, the top of each window. See, I have to clad to the top of each window, and put the head flashing on, and then the inspector has to come back and have a look. But that's sort of how you do the head flashing there. So that flashing goes all the way along the top of the window, and you cut a slot in your board, and the board sort of slides in behind there, and you have a vermin strip on the bottom there, and another cant strip, and that's all. Use your flashing tape to flash all that up to your building paper. And then your boards can just carry on over the top of that, 15mm gap, and yeah, that's how they do it. You got to cut out around each window. That's a bit of a prick of this part. See the bottom of the board there, when you come down and your board's got to slip under that whole window, you've got to rip that out of the board, slide it up under the window, and they slide into each end as well. And every time you cut a board, you've got to prime it. So yeah, it's pretty time consuming. Let's see, I've done those head flashings up there. Yeah, I've done those ones up there. So I'm getting around the building. The sun's around this side, so this is hence why I'm not working on this side, because it's bloody hot. But yeah, getting up there, and just about to get up to the top and do the head flashings of those windows, and go all the way around that side. Yeah, so my next video, I'll probably post this video soon. In my next video, I'll start where we've finished off here. You'll see the finished cladding, I suppose, and just before we get ready to paint it. Yeah, mint as though, eh? Bring on the cyclones, well, soon. Let you know in a couple of weeks.